Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we've got a Two of Wands. Is there somebody you're butting heads with? I feel like you're like head to head with someone. Yeah, it's almost like there's a head-to-head competition going on in your life right now with the Two of Wands here. I feel like you are asserting your control over something. You're saying, this area here is mine. You stay on your side of things. And it's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like it's a sporting event, like a one-on-one. Maybe you've got a jiu-jitsu match coming up or some kind of an MMA fight or something. I feel like it's something that it requires a lot of strength. Okay, we're going to put it into some context. This is an interesting feeling. There's some sort of, and it could be a sibling rivalry, I guess. It could literally be some kind of a friendly competition or a sporting thing. Interesting now with that Queen of Cups. This is a good one. Nine of Wands, Three of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. This is something that this is going to be for all the glory, right? All the glory. We've got a Two of Swords. We've got the Fool. We've got an Eight of Swords, a Three of Cups, and another Queen, a Queen of Wands. Two of these energies here. I do wonder if there is this sibling rivalry. I feel like maybe that, you are siblings, and I feel like you are very different and you are going about something in two completely different ways. You are these opposite energies that are butting heads, that are really, it's a head-to-head competition kind of thing. Yeah, and it feels like it's something, well, it's very interesting. We've got the 3 and 3. We've got a 2 and a 2. I don't know if this is some kind of just a decision about the home, if this is who gets to be in charge of something, or, the Three of Pentacles shows that there's a definite physical component here. There's something that kind of needs to be done, needs to be taken care of. I almost wonder if this is siblings that are fighting over control of the business or control over the estate after someone has passed, right? Now there's this fighting about what to do with those things. Yeah. So it's not necessarily friendly competition. It's kind of the two of you don't see eye to eye on what should be done, on what decisions should be made. The Two of Swords here is in the future position. The Eight of Swords is in the position of the environment. There's confusion and chaos with the communication because the two of you are so very different. The two of you have very different ideas about what should be done. Okay. And I feel like there's a strong emotional component here with the water energy. So I do kind of feel like there's someone that has passed. Yeah. And I feel like this is someone that really just, they have this very abrasive way about them, and they're not willing to compromise or to yield. You are, but you're not letting you're pushing back because you're being reasonable. You're being adaptable, you're being kind of friendly, and you're willing to compromise. I feel like they are not. And it feels like it's a sibling. Okay. It's not gender specific. I don't know. It could be an older female sibling. right? That might be the energy here. But they're not budging. They're just pushing, pushing, pushing. And you're not really taking it anymore. Yeah. I feel like by nature you are a very yielding person, very flexible, very adaptable, right? And I wonder if in the past that's kind of got you into trouble. You know, if sometimes you let yourself get pushed too far. But not in this case. Because I think that this is really, it's a very meaningful, it's a very serious kind of situation. The 10 of Cups up above everything, it's getting a little overwhelming, I feel like. I feel like there is really, you feel as if you are drowning. You feel like all this water is just being poured on you. It's very, very emotional. But inside you are strong. You're trying not to be moved by their pushing, right? And I guess we're hoping that we can find a solution that is really going to work for everybody. But with the Two of Swords in the beginning, it's like it's fire and water. It's oil and water. It's not going to mix. The typical ways of communicating, you're not going to be able to have that conversation and see eye to eye or reach any kind of an agreement. There has to be some sort of communication that transcends the kind of usual methods that don't work anyway, right? And I don't know what those methods are, to be honest with you. The Three of Pentacles in the kind of past, this is the background position. There is something to do with property. There's some sort of transactions that need to happen, okay? And it kind of requires both of you to sign off on something, but neither of you like it the way it is. And you're both advocating for something else, right? I feel like there is this 10-day window. I feel like something needs to happen in 10 days. Yeah. I don't know if there's a deadline or something, but I feel like 10 days is kind of the maximum to get all of this stuff worked out. Yeah. And really what we could have here, especially with the Two of Wands, is this idea that we're not talking at all. Yeah. And the Eight of Swords could be really the confusion about what to do, whereas what we kind of need is that conversation that puts aside all of the differences. Yeah. Puts aside all of the differences and tries to open up communication on a deeper level, because this is a more serious situation. Okay. Now let's select the mystery card. This is the bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we're going to put that over here. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. But it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need. Okay? And if at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. We're going to do it together. We're going to use our intuition. All right. I feel like this has to do with an older male energy that has passed, so father, maybe grandfather, but it feels like a father figure has passed, and now the siblings are fighting. Okay. And I feel like what happened with Dad was a minor injury, but it led to the discovery of something else more severe, and then there was really nothing that could be done. And I almost wonder if you and your sibling are kind of blaming each other for something. Yeah, that now there's the kind of aftermath. Things need to be, the business needs to be, concluded and stuff. But there's this blame. Yeah, where you're both kind of pointing the finger at the other person, thinking that they're responsible, or that they should have done something. I think what the point here is, and what Spirit's telling me, is that there's nothing that either of you could have done. Okay. Also, what's being tossed? Spirit's showing me something being tossed into the air. What does that mean for you? Something being tossed. Yeah, that's a strange. I don't know why I'm seeing that. Spirit's saying that there's nothing that could have been done to prevent this. Okay, that it did happen fairly quickly, and there is a lot, I think, that wasn't prepared for. So, in other words, Dad didn't have all of his wishes outlined in a document, in like a legal kind of document, right? So there's a lot of things that need to be figured out, and it's up to the two of you to figure it out. And it's complicated, and there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of accounts. There's a lot of, property, I think, that kind of we have to deal with, right? And now, how do you deal with something like that? How do you be so strong and so kind of professional when you're in the middle of this very, very overwhelming situation? Now, what was Dad's connection with clowns? Maybe he juggled, or maybe there was a fear of clowns, but I kind of see like everybody together and there's like this clown energy, or maybe he just liked to clown around or something, but there's that clown connection with Dad. Yeah. And I don't know, maybe it was during some kind of thing like this, of having fun, where there was that minor accident. Yeah. Never really expected something like that to happen. It's kind of one of those just fluke things. Yeah. But there was no preparation as far as a will or a directive or anything goes. Right. And I wonder even if there were some end-of-life decisions that the two of you had to make, and I feel like you didn't agree on it. You didn't agree on what those decisions were supposed to be, or what was what's the right thing to do, you know. And so I feel like that it's another thing that's separating you from this sibling. Okay. The good news, if there's good news, it's this Three of Cups here, and that good news is saying that, hey, you're family. Okay. So there's this idea of kind of putting these things aside and realizing that the two of you need each other. Okay? The two of you need each other right now. Spirit's telling me that there's a lot of things in storage. Maybe this is the property that we're talking about with the Three of Pentacles. Maybe the storage thing, the contract kind of runs out in a week or 10 days. Well, you've got to figure out what to do with all the stuff that's in there. It's going to be an emotional process going through all of that stuff. If the resources are there, hire somebody to do it, put it in a truck and move it somewhere, right? If you go and are sorting through this, I think it's going to be very overwhelming emotionally, and it's going to take a lot of strength for you to get through that, okay? To get things done in that kind of time frame. It's a lot of memories in there, okay? A lot of memories in there. Good memories, though, you know? Good memories. Let's talk about the path of the serpent, I guess. We got this fool energy here. And that, again, that's kind of that clown energy, right? The fool. It's kind of the jokester. It's someone that just kind of likes to have fun, doesn't really think of the consequences, and then there was this fluke thing that happened. I think the fool energy also is kind of, is you in some way wishing that this could just be kind of done and over with, and you can try to get on with your life and figure out how to live now in this new way. Okay. And I think this is really, because if we look at it, this is the only major arcana card we have, this Fool. We want this new beginning. We want this fresh start. We want to get this stuff done. We want to figure out how to live. We want to process our feelings, and we want to be able to, to figure out how life's going to go on. We got to get through all this stuff in order to get this kind of, to get this, to get this start again. Okay. Now, of course, we've got fire, fire, fire. We've got water, water, water. We've got air, air. And then we've got our earth. So the air really, I think, is the need for communication. This is a complicated thing. And it's going to take both of you working together to figure everything out, get everything done in a smooth way so that you can try to move forward in life. We've got to remember that we are family, and that we need to have a communication here, that the two of you both have that bond, that family bond in common. You may disagree about everything else, but this is something that we've got to put aside our differences in order to accomplish these things. Okay? This is a difficult one. This is a difficult one. Sometimes the Eight of Swords is us refusing to talk to somebody. You know, that we're just, even if it means that we're just tied up here in these knots and we're not moving anywhere, we're too stubborn to talk. You know, we're too stubborn to kind of have that conversation. Or to reach out, or to apologize, or to forgive. Or to say, hey, it's water under the bridge. Let's figure this stuff out together. Okay. Now I feel that I feel like Dad's showing me a double rainbow. And I don't know if he called you both, you and your sibling called you both his rainbow or the rainbow, or something about the rainbow, but the two, you were each a rainbow, so there was this double rainbow. And maybe the two of you at one point were very, very close. Two peas in a pod, you know. But now there's this oil and water, this split, you know. But he's still saying the two rainbows. Yeah. The two rainbows. His energy is still with you. And he doesn't want to see this split, this separation between you guys. Yeah. He wants everything. He doesn't want to be responsible for that, you know. He doesn't want what's going on with him, what happened with him, to come between the two of you. The rainbows, the two rainbows. So he's kind of saying, don't care what you do with the stuff. Just, you know, be nice to each other because you're all you've got. Did Mom pass? I think it feels like Mom passed a long time ago. Right? And then it was just Dad. And now it's just the two of you. Yeah. Now it's just the two of you. Dad's showing me something about your shoes that are very, very interesting. Did you always used to put them on the wrong feet? Or was it two different shoes? I feel like there's something that's kind of mixed. There's switched, right? Something's been switched. And Dad's showing me that. And maybe you and your sibling would exchange clothes, or that you'd wear half of the shoes. You know, you'd each kind of wear one of the pair, something like that. Very interesting. He feels like a jokester. He feels like somebody that did practical jokes. He's showing me the whoopee cushion, right? He was like a whoopee cushion kind of guy. Yeah. I like that. I say we look at the mystery card now. What do you say? I think it's a good moment. We'll see what Tiny Bob Ross has for us here. Okay. Now he's showing me something that you have. It's a plastic thing, like a container, but it's got like his name on it, or not his name, something he wrote on a container. And you don't want to wash it because you don't want to wash that name or whatever he wrote off of there. I don't know if it's a piece of Tupperware and he wrote like spaghetti and like the date or something on there, you know what I mean? And you don't want to wash that container because you don't want that writing to come off. Yeah, don't wash it off. Just leave it on there. Yeah, just leave it on there. If you have a prediction for this, put it in the comments. I don't know what. I want to see maybe the Lovers. Lover's not a romantic card, right? It's a card of union. It's a card of coming back together. Yeah. Let's see what we have. Well, a Knight of Swords. Okay. This is you initiating conversation. This is you reaching out, making contact. This is you swallowing your pride, putting all that stuff aside, letting it go under the bridge, and reaching out, making contact. There's a timeline here. There's like this 10 days that I keep seeing. So do the right, be the better person, you know, stick your neck out, extend the olive branch, and get this family back together, you know. Now, did Dad teach you? Dad taught you how to play chess, right? Yeah. I'm showing being shown the chessboard. Yeah. And I think it's chess, but I think you're moving the pieces like it's checkers. You're like jumping over other pieces. Yeah. It's a very warm environment. So reach out to this person, this sibling. It could be a different kind of family member, but it feels like a sibling. It could be a cousin, for all I know, you know. Reach out to them, okay? It's going to be all right. And now we're going to do an extended reading, too, if you want to stick around for that. You can click on the link up in the corner. There's one down in the bottom. There's one at the end of the video. They're all over the place, right? You'll find it. New readings for Cancer every Tuesday and Friday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. I'm here every day. You can come back, see me again tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know that you're all right. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.